Hello and welcome. I am Annette Reeder from thebiblicalnutritionist.com, and today I want to share with you one of my favorite holiday dips. This is a pumpkin dip, and you could use it at any holiday celebration, birthday parties, you name it, it's going to be a favorite. Before we get started, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already and the bell next to it to get notified every time we post new videos. And these videos is my chance to share with you God's recipe for excellent health. And that recipe begins with the number one ingredient, and that ingredient is God loves you. He loves you with an everlasting love. He's loved you from the beginning of time. He loved you personally from the moment of conception. And that ingredient will help you understand why this life matters. So let's get started. Now, I have this container here. This is my Danvier yogurt cheese maker. I use it to strain yogurt to make my own cream cheese. I also use it, as I'm doing today, to strain my pumpkin. Now, I've shared with you in other videos how to cook your own pumpkin. It's just fun knowing that you know what's in that pumpkin puree. So go check that video out and learn how to do that. So simple, so easy. Don't let anybody tell you that that's hard. But sometimes when you do make your own pumpkin puree, it can be a little bit more watery because you've got all of the water from the pumpkin in it. So using this as a strainer, you can see this is my strainer basket. It pulls off the extra water. I don't always take it off. It just depends on what I'm making and how thick I want it to be. Now, the water that you pulled off is not just water, it's vitamins and minerals and a lot of good stuff. So save that and throw it in a soup. To this, we're going to add 12 ounces of cream cheese. Now, you can also use a Greek yogurt, but to be quite honest, I give you that as an option, but the cream cheese works better than the yogurt does. All right, to this, we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. We're almost making like a pumpkin cheesecake, so that may turn a few heads at your dinner table. And to that, I'm going to add a teaspoon of cinnamon and just a spritz of nutmeg. Nutmeg just adds that little finesse to it. Now, let me blend this up. As you can see, I always use this immersion blender with the food processor attachment. See if I can get that on there correctly. I must not have my blade on right. There we go. There we go. Wipe my hands off a little bit there. Now that it's blended up really well and nice and creamy looking, now you can tell when I use my own pumpkin, you could see how yellow it was. It's not as deep orange as you get from the canned pureed pumpkin. So depending on what type of pumpkin that you use, it's going to look different. But when I do it with my own pumpkins that I cook, I know it's just that much more fresh, and I know there's no ingredients in there that I'm not aware of. Now to this, I'm going to add some Sucanat. So I have some organic Sucanat here. I get it from a co-op nearby, and you could use any sugar for this. So you could even use stevia, you could use swerve, you could use coconut sugar, you could use an organic cane sugar. So I'm using an organic Sucanat, which stands for sugar cane natural. So you can use anywhere from 1/4 to 1 cup, depending on the sweetness that your family desires. And I think for this, I'm just going to mix it up in a bowl. Okay, well, I just finished blending it. It's nice and creamy. All of the Sucanat is blended in. Oh, can't wait to taste this. So now let me get a serving dish and I'll share with you how to serve it to your guests. Okay, so here we have it. I just poured it into this dish. I'm just going to add some apple slices to it and around the sides, along with these sweet sapphire grapes. These are just so delicious and they taste really good in this pumpkin dip. So you could use bananas, you could use pineapples, you could use obviously apple slices, grapes. Be creative. Keep it fruits. Yes, it's going to be a sugar, but it's better than having the cookies, like the ginger wafers and the vanilla wafers. Yes, those would taste really good too. It would be like just eating your own little pumpkin cheesecake on a cracker. But yet when we use the fruit, we get an even added bonus of the extra antioxidants that's going to come with the fruit. So make your own little arrangement, make it attractive, let your family get excited about it. And yes, this is just the perfect dip. Everyone's going to be asking you for the recipes, so make sure you're ready to tell them how simple it is and how delicious they can make it anytime they want. You could even add raisins to it if you wanted to. So this is just a delicious dish. I hope you enjoy it with your family, and I look forward to reading your comments. So yes, please comment down below, how did you like it? And remember, when you start with your own pumpkin, you get all of the beta carotene, you get all of the antioxidants that God put in that food. And that way you know you're feeding your family well. The cream cheese could also be bought organic, or you could make your own by using your own yogurt. So lots of different options to make it as healthy as possible and still have a delicious dip to enjoy for the holidays. So thank you for letting me share this with you. I am Annette Reeder from thebiblicalnutritionist.com. Always my joy to share with you God's recipe for excellent health. Thanks for watching.